Welcome to the number one podcast out of Bassham Studios. This is the Whiskey and Whispers podcast. We're getting fall down drunk and solving all the problems. We're your host, Whiskey Wizard Matt.
Gator.
And Blake. All right, what are we talking about this week?
Dude, butterfly injection.
Butterfly injection
Yeah,
effects?
some teenager spent 7 agonizing days in the hospital after...
Agonizing?
Agonizing.
Oh, that's even worse.
I think it was both of them, bro. I don't know. After you inject a crushed butterfly into your system.
Did he mix it up? Make a
He
a
crushed
solvent?
it.
Well, yeah, did he mix it with water, or he just injected dry?
I don't know, bro. I don't think you can I think that's for blood. I think when you inject something, it should be medicine or blood, right? Not butterflies.
Probably not butterflies.
Yeah, probably not that.
You think it hurt?
Yeah, dude.
Dude, he spent 7 agonizing days in the hospital before he died.
And
Like, what hurt though? Like the injection site?
Probably everything, bro.
At
You're
the
running
risk-
on crushed butterfly, bro.
at the risk of sounding like a pussy, that's what he gets for killing a butterfly.
Yeah,
Like, who the fuck kills butterflies? Why, though?
yeah. And then to take it that far to inject it, what? What planet? What happened to eating Tide Pods or getting ice dumped over your head or something?
If you were sitting around at a barbecue in the backyard or something, and a butterfly landed on someone and they just smacked it like a
Oh my
mosquito,
God.
wouldn't you be like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah,
what is wrong with you?
You need to leave.
Yeah, the millennials and the boomers invent the ice bucket challenge, and now the kids are doing crazy stuff, bro.
How does he even think of this? Who even fathomed? Fucking, I'm gonna crush a fucking butterfly into
teenager.
powder. Why?
I don't know.
What book did he read? What book did he read that in? Fred doesn't read books.
Oh yeah, you think you read it in a book?
I don't know, dude. We said it in a movie or something. Candyman.
Maybe he was trying to put a witch spell on him or something like that. He thought it was like a
Did he put it on Instagram?
Did he put it on Instagram? Is that what you said?
magical
I bet he did.
reagent or something like that.
You think he's trying? See, that's the thing. Why didn't he kill a wasp, smash that, and try and inject that?
'Cause that
gain its power.
It'll inject you before you can even do that. That's why. And that hurts. That talk about agonizing pain. That guy's a pussy if a fucking butterfly made him hurt. You get stung by a wasp, you're going to be up in the hospital for 10 days, and then you're going to die.
No, you have to inject it.
Well, it doesn't. You don't even have to.
I don't
It'll sting you. And that
Want to be
fucking-
injected? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, by anything, really.
By anything, really?
What would be cool, though, to inject? Like spicy hot Cheetos or flaming hot Cheetos? You think that would burn? 'Cause it's all
Probably
spicy?
the IV after you get drunk and you go to you're in Vegas and you go to those IV stores, like the IV kiosk and the
Yeah,
In
don't
the-
they just
in the
isn't it just
casino?
like saline? Like they're gonna hydrate you? That's what.
yeah
Because most of the side effects of alcohol is just dehydration.
they
right?
give you you can buy different packages, bro. You can be like, dude, I want all the vitamins, I want everything back.
I want the one that's gonna make me not have diarrhea
I bet you
tomorrow.
can get vampire blood from there too. I bet vampire blood's a lot better to inject than crushed butterflies. You know,
Hmm.
and you can get
That's
a
an interesting theory.
You can get a hurricane, and you can.
If
Get the
you inject vampire
same-
blood, do you become a vampire?
I think
Or do you have to
bit-
get bit by a vampire?
You have to eat Count Chocula for 30 days straight.
You become a chocolate vampire.
That would be unfortunate.
You can only live off chocolate cereal and chocolate milk.
Yeah.
You think you could do that?
If
Gator?
you could beat the stomach cancer you develop in between the start and finish before you become a vampire, yeah.
Then you become immortal.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what's in the box.
And then, but you still have it. And that's why you have to drink blood the rest of your life because it's the only thing your stomach can handle because you have stomach cancer. You get it? They never told you that about vampires.
But you're immortal, so you're immune to cancer. If you're a vampire.
Is that the trick? That's what they do?
What?
They're just like, oh yeah, cancer's not a thing for us because we're vampires?
Because they drink blood.
And the sun kills them, right?
Yes, it kills the blood.
Oh yeah, that's a huge drawback that we seem to gloss over. Right?
Yeah, you'd only have to go to every night would be Barbarella's, and then there's some dead nights. They're probably a vampire's probably the Rainy Street Strangler, you know?
So
They're probably looking for the wrong places.
I get that I exist during the day most of the time, but if I need to, I can be out after dark,
Yeah.
and that would be a huge problem if I couldn't. You know what I mean?
The sun came up, and if it touched you,
What if
it
you had to
died.
be in a coffin before the sun went down? That would suck.
Damn. Or you turn into stone, right?
You have to get some hot chick to be your vampire. Be your vampire.
You just need dark curtains, dude. Or just a room with no windows. Just go in there. It's just sunlight you got to be out of the way of.
Yeah, but how do you make money?
You work online at night? Or during the day? During the day.
How do you go to school?
But you're
You go
immortal.
to school online. You do
but you're
everything-
immortal, so like you get to like
Night
keep
classes.
working forever. So you become really rich. You know what I'm saying?
I guess.
So like you don't die.
What if you're just dumb as fuck and you buy stupid shit all the time? So you're just broke forever?
That sucks.
Like
dude.
forever.
All
Like,
the
dude, I'm 300 years old and I can't fucking buy my first house yet.
all the other vampires are like trading world currencies and like buying gold, and you're like, dude, I'm just trying to make it to Taco Bell.
But I can't because the fucking sun is out.
I know.
I don't have a car. I gotta ride the bus.
Yeah. The bus stops at like 2 a.m., so I'm fucked, you know.
Yeah, that'd be tough. It'd be tough to be a vampire.
It'd be cool.
You think?
Yeah. 'Cause you turn into a bat and fly around and shit.
Or
And like bite people as a bat. You just don't want to get swatted.
Or injected.
chick. Yeah.
Some fucking kid.
Isn't that how we got COVID? Someone ate a bat? Isn't that the
I thought it was a
official story?
pangolin.
No, I thought it was a bat.
I think it's a pangolin.
A pangolin? Is that COVID? Was it pangolin?
Yeah.
I thought it was a bat.
I don't know.
Are those things that look like mini stegosaurus?
Yeah, he fucked a pangolin and
Good
made
God.
COVID.
Speaking of that, Gator, you should get us some shot glasses. So we can
Oh
take
yeah,
a
let's see
shot.
what's in the box. Today we're drinking Milam and Green straight bourbon whiskey. Ooh, it's some strong stuff too. It's got a cask number. That's kind of cool. You want me to read the back?
Yeah, it's not too much.
Our award-winning, luxurious single-barrel bourbons. That's a tongue twister. Award-winning, luxurious single-barrel bourbons celebrate the unique personality which
Whoa.
can develop over time in one 53-gallon cask. In fact, this bottle is one of only 280 bottles available anywhere in the world.
What? Of how many? Of,
280 bottles.
there's only 280 of those bottles in the world?
Yep.
We got one of them?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
We hope you find the same magic moment sipping it as we did when we first discovered it. As
Uh-huh.
always, Milam and Green is unchilled, filtered for a robust and luxurious mouthfeel. Oh, God, it says mouthfeel on the label.
I thought you like mouthfeel.
And hand bottle. No, I've always been against
Mouth?
all of this fucking hand bottled with At least they aren't like notes of fucking
But
charcoal.
they did
and-
say mouth and hand in the same sentence.
Well, maybe once it touches your lips, you'll get what the mouthfeel is all about.
Mouthfeel in the hand.
And you'll be like, dude, it does have some mouthfeel. They did say it on the back.
Yeah. With your hand. You gotta use your hand too.
hand feel.
Mouth feel, but hand.
All right, shut the fuck up.
Okay.
All right. Here, you get the Colorado shot glass.
Okay, cool. That's where I said all Texans should go once all the
Californians move to
Californians move to Texas, where all the Texans are turning Colorado red. That's where we're all moving. We'll get less electoral votes, but it'll be okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm excited to talk about that later.
Damn.
Yeah, we're okay. So we're moving to Colorado. Is that what we're talking about? That's what we're doing.
Yeah, all the Texans, once Texas becomes like number 5
I wish. How do
place to
we?
live in the world, we need to move Colorado and make Colorado number 1. Turn that state red.
But there's no Galveston or Houston in Colorado.
But you get to
Because
snow
there's no
ski.
ocean.
You do get to ski, which is a huge.
So we get rid of the Gulf of America. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We get rid of that.
We lose that.
We lose that, which is not that bad. But we do gain smoking pot, and
Nah, we've already got that.
but like legally,
Nah, who cares?
we just keep Texas. Okay, well then the native Texans have to out reproduce the Californians, which is going to be hard.
Nah, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
We just
What rate are Californians coming to Texas every day now? Is it still like 2 million a day?
I think so. How many more motherfuckers are there?
Dude, they just come out of like a black hole of California, man. They're everywhere, dude.
Remember in Pacific Rim when the monsters just keep coming out of the fucking hole?
Yeah.
Like forever?
Yeah. And they'll have those bear shirts on with the bear on it. Like the sideways bear.
The sideways bear?
Yeah. He's all sideways. They're like, it's California.
And they're jamming Red Hot Chili Peppers on their road trip all the way over
Oh my
here.
God.
Oh, dude. Speaking of which, Gator, you're going to love this. So there's a show on Netflix called Love, Death, and Robots, right? Have you ever watched it? You know what I'm talking about?
Uh-huh.
Well, the first 2 seasons were pretty good. And at least a couple of them are fucking awesome. Because every episode is like a different director, different team that makes it, you know, whatever. And they're all these little, like, mini sci-fi fucking shows, you know?
Right.
This 15-minute show, 7-minute show, 30-minute show. Or episodes. But they're all different. Anyway. This season just dropped, and I'm like, I don't know, the last season was kind of weak, but I'll check it out. I like the first 2 seasons of this show.
Okay.
So season 4 just dropped. I watched the first episode. You know what it was?
What?
It was Red Hot Chili Peppers, but the entire performance, the entire song, it was like a concert, right?
Okay.
But the entire everything was marionettes, like fucking Team America. But Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Is that really a robot? Did they make love? Isn't that the whole part? Like, there's like a love scene, or like there's like a love interest. There's robots, and someone dies. Isn't that the whole thing? Like, Love, Death, and Robots has like the theme that you have to
I haven't really noticed that.
like complete.
It's
At least
just
in the first one, I thought always like there's always a love story, kind of in a way.
different episodes though. It didn't have to be in the same
There
episode.
was robots in it. At least the first season, wasn't it all Love, Death, and Robots? I've never watched all of them. I only watched a couple of them that like were all about love, death, and robots.
It's basically just sci-fi shit.
Okay, they
right?
changed it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't understand why this episode, the first episode of season 4, is just a Red Hot Chili Peppers concert but performed by puppets.
What songs do they do?
They do one song and that song.
So bad.
Okay.
That's all you do.
You know what I'm talking about?
Can't Stop.
Yeah.
Okay.
This life is more than just a read through. That song.
Can't Stop.
But puppets.
Okay.
I watched a fucking puppet show.
They
dude.
weren't robots.
No, they were puppets with strings.
Well,
Why couldn't they pick better music?
Why
than-
didn't they just show a fucking like music video? It like
that wasn't the music video?
and it was Chili Peppers. Like why?
Did you Beavis and Butthead that music video? Where you're like, God, this music
No, I
video
fucking
kinda
turned that
sucks.
shit off and I watched something else.
No,
'cause it was
Beavis and Butthead
stupid.
don't turn the music video off. They just talk shit about it till the next music video.
I watched that whole thing, that whole episode, and was like, okay, this wasn't funny. This wasn't sci-fi. This was just a weird advertisement for Red Hot Chili Peppers on a fucking 25-year-old song. And I just watched, like as an adult, I just watched a puppet show, which is funny and ironic when it's Team America and they're like shitting on each other and stuff. You know?
Yeah.
But when it's just a fucking puppet show, I was like, it's fucking Sesame Street up in here. What the fuck is this?
Yeah, they didn't make Anthony Kiedis like a robot death lord.
No.
Falling in love.
Yeah, he's a marionette.
They
He's
didn't
a
do
puppet.
any original soundtracking at all. They just slapped a song on there.
It was just that song.
It wasn't a live
They
recording.
sang
It
that
was
whole
just a
song.
studio recording.
I don't know. I couldn't tell because I didn't know where they were because it was a puppet show in front of me.
Oh, okay.
And I watched one more episode after that was like 7 minutes, a little short one. And when it was over, I was like, well, that was just dumb. This is a waste of time. And I turned it off. Which is wild because the first 2 seasons were good.
I feel bad for kids growing up nowadays because they don't know how good we had it. Even though it was harder to get, like movies and shows, we had so much better movies and shows all the time and more iconic
Is
stuff.
that rose-colored glasses, though?
No.
Like, there's a
Maybe
lot of...
not shows, but definitely movies and some shows. Like what's been the best comedy since Seinfeld?
King of the Hill.
That's animated.
Yeah, but still, it's genius writing. Amazing characters. Awesome story.
Funnier than Seinfeld.
King of the Hill is fucking... Yeah.
No, Seinfeld's pretty funny.
I think King of the Hill is funnier than Seinfeld. Ooh, is that a hot take? I think
That's
so.
a hot take.
I think King of the Hill is funnier than Seinfeld. Seinfeld to me
Ooh.
was like, I guess I'll watch it if everyone else is watching it. We think it's funny and stuff.
It's crazy. It's all Jerry Seinfeld who did all that stuff.
And Larry David.
Yeah.
Also, why though?
Okay,
I don't know.
Well, how about this? Remember, what about like the best movie that's come out in 5 years? Like back when we were kids, like there's a new blockbuster every summer. Like you couldn't wait.
Didn't they do Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs? That was pretty good.
You watched the new one?
Hmm?
Did you really?
No.
I knew better.
That's old stuff. That's stuff that we grew up on, the animated film.
Yeah, it's because it's good. Did you try to watch like Lion King or Aladdin or any of the fucking live action shit that they made? You watch it for 10 minutes and you're like, I'm just going to turn this off and go watch the old one from the 70s.
You're like, it's just like a really bad movie.
Yeah.
This sucks. Live action, so it's a fucking movie. Is that what it is?
But kids have the internet as a phone now. We didn't have that. We just had badass movies and badass shows like Chappelle's Show. There's never going to be another Chappelle Show ever again.
Also, they threw in random explosions and tits when we were kids. And
Yeah,
Who does-
like girls jumping on trampolines.
who
That was
doesn't
pretty
like
cool.
random explosions and tits?
I know, man. What happened to that shit?
Dude, all the Girls Got Wild commercials at like 2 a.m. Remember those?
2 a.m. It's like fucking 11.
I can still hear the steel drums.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I wonder if that changed culture at all. Those commercials specifically.
Oh god, they had to, man.
Like, what did that do to us as a society?
Could you imagine if those didn't come on at night?
What repercussions are there from the Girls Gone Wild videos playing on every channel?
God.
They must have
are they
been making
negative?
some money if they could deport all that advertisement, you know?
Dude, they were advertising porn on TV. That was porn on TV.
Well, how else were you going to get there? The internet just came out. You know what I'm saying?
It's my first time. I want to know who fucking bought that shit. That's what I want to know, dude.
Old guys.
Fuck, dude.
Like,
Hey,
we were
son,
We were like, I'm just gonna fucking look this shit up on the internet.
let me borrow your PS1, your PlayStation. This got one of them DVD players on it, right?
Dude, we have Napster. We're putting that shit on a fucking...
Yeah, we're
downloading
downloading it for free.
with all the fucking bugs, dude.
Put
Yeah.
all the LimeWire viruses
Yeah.
on your computer, bro.
Yeah, dude.
We didn't give a fuck.
No.
Cowboys, pioneers, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, frontiersmen. Those were the days. It sucks that was our frontier to conquer, though.
The internet.
Yeah.
You just had to type in boobs. It was amazing.
Yeah, it still is.
That's what it is.
You
It's
just gotta
boobs.
scroll through a bunch of bullshit. The safe search bullshit.
Yeah,
You're like,
blur off.
Turn that shit off.
you're like, I meant boobs. Quit correcting my shit. I'm not 4.
Which is
turned
wild.
I turned the autocorrect off of my phone, and I've been living a lot happier life.
It's wild that it's going to autocorrect boobs when that's probably one of the most typed in searches on the internet. It's got to be, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
boobs.
yeah.
Like what, cats? What else is going to topple boobs on the most
I
searched
hate those. They're like, the
words?
one internet search. And they're like, you're leaving a lot of stuff out of this list of top 10 internet searches. I promise you. There's another list, isn't there? There's
Is there
a list you
Google
don't want us to
statistic
see.
website where we can look up what's been Googled the most?
Yeah, I'm sure you can Google it. And Google will tell you. Or AI.
Yeah, you could ask AI.
But AI be like,
No, it's weird. It's weird that I Google stuff now and then AI gives me an answer before I even go to like any page to click on.
It's kind of nice,
It
isn't
doesn't
it?
give me any pages. It's just
Except
like,
that it's curated. It's
Yeah.
got to be.
I don't know, dude. It's like half my searches, I don't go to a website and look it up anymore. I just read the AI generated BS and it's like, okay, well, that's exactly what I wanted to know.
Well, it's kind of nice because, like, you're like, how do I change the headlamp in a 2017 Ford F-150, right? You type that in, and then it's like, here's a YouTube video. And it's
Yeah.
like, change a headlamp in a 2017 Ford F-150, right?
Yeah.
So you're like, fuck yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking for. So you click on that, and he's like, yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy, fucking douchebag McGee, and I'm out
Yeah.
here changing this headlamp on a 2017 Ford F-150. But first, let's talk about where headlamps came from. And then he gives you a history of headlamps. And then he's like, all right, I'm out here with this Ford F-150, but first, let's talk about this Ford F. And you're like, dude, fast forward. What the fuck?
yeah. Oh, a message from our sponsors. And then the ad pops up.
And you keep going and you're getting to the end and you're like, man, he's got to get to it at some point in here. And then finally it's like, oh shit, there he is. He's doing it. And he's like, all right, guys, this has been us changing a headlamp on a 2017 Ford F-150. Smash that like button if you like this video. And you're like,
yeah,
where the fuck is the thing that I want? And then you're like, AI, how do you change a headlamp in a 2017 Ford F-150? And it's like, you fucking take these two tabs out and pull the thing out and change the headlamp.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, dude. It is cool how it can just like go through all the internet stuff and give you an answer. And you're like, oh. Because like you said, you'd spend like an afternoon looking at YouTube videos, fucking 4 hours of that bullshit, you know? And then finally you'd be like some obscure fucking forum somewhere or something. You
or
know?
there's a thing that's like a website, how to change a headlamp in the 2017 Ford F-150, you know? And you're like, hell yeah, that's going to tell me what to do. And you click it and it'll do like the, you know, the next button. It'll say some shit about a Ford F-150 and then you got to click next. And then it's like another page about bullshit and also look at this advertisement and then you click next and you're like 25 pages.
Oh yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, the little collage flip things. Yeah.
The wiki house and shit.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, I know.
That's it. You have to find like a forum. It's like 2017 Ford F-150 headlamp forum. And you're like, what?
Yeah. There's pictures of people who are like, I use Jamie Weld to rip it out with a satellite falling down out the sky.
You got reviews on there. And then you start getting fucking advertisements from Amazon and Walmart. And they're like, hey, you want headlamps for months?
You're like, what? I spent $150 on that headlamp and I could have bought it on Amazon for $79. What the fuck? Yeah.
But then you bought it on Amazon for $79 and now they're like, hey, do you like 2017 Ford F-150 headlamps? And you're like, not really. I got one. So like, we're cool now. And it's like, well, we're going to advertise to you every day for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
And then eventually you keep saying no. And so they're like, I don't know. How about a 2019 Honda Pilot headlamp? And you're like, why the fuck would I want that? I don't know. You seem to be into headlamps. Like, and then you start talking about it, like maybe on the podcast, you start yelling and your phone's in the room. You're like, fucking headlamps. Why are they advertising headlamps all the time? And then you go inside and you turn the fucking TV on and it's like, YouTube, you want to skip this, but you can't yet because fuck you. And then it'll be an advertisement for a fucking headlamp that you put on your head. You're like, do you like looking at fucking being outside? Are you a vampire and you need a fucking headlamp when you're outside because you can't see?
Vampires get dark vision, bro.
Dark vision?
Yeah. Like in D&D, like where you can see in the darkness.
So what do they do during the day? How do they see during the day?
They don't go outside.
No, you die.
Oh, yeah.
You're just dead.
They stay in their room and work online. They sell you headlamps for 2017 fucking Honda Pilots online.
Here's what they're doing. They're managing the personal accounts of OnlyFans models.
Yeah.
So they're like selling you OnlyFans porn.
They're looking at all the dick pics.
Yeah.
God, what a racket.
Yeah, man. I want to be a vampire. Just kidding.
The vampires controlled the OnlyFans. You heard it here first.
Dang, that's wild, dude. How do you know that?
I don't know.
You just know.
He's a werewolf.
Yeah, I'm a werewolf. That's what.
How come, dude, in Twilight, let's go to fucking talk about Twilight. Since Twilight, the only fucking people that are Underworld, I guess that was another one, which Kate Beckinsale.
Dude, Underworld was tight. The first couple movies of that were badass.
But it's all werewolves and vampires, right?
So what's
like,
wrong
it's still
with
just
that?
werewolves and vampires. Like, I don't know. What about fucking mummies and Frankensteins and stuff?
Dude, we had that back in the day. We had Brendan Fraser running around with mummies and shit.
Right, but now they're all dead. They died in the 90s with Brendan Fraser. Remember, they tried to do it with Tom Cruise, but that didn't work, and nobody cared. But like a mummies? Like, those are cool monsters.
Yeah, they are.
Why does everybody want to be a vampire or a werewolf now? Why are we immediately divided into those two categories?
Because it sucked to be a mummy. At least you can still get a boner if you're a werewolf or a vampire.
You don't think mummies can get boners?
No, you get a decrepit boner dick, bro. You can't. There's no blood running through you. How are you going to get a boner?
What about just a skeleton? Or a zombie?
Like a lich
zombies
or
are
something
wore
like
out.
that?
I'm fucking bored of zombies.
You're bored of zombies?
Yeah.
Well, they're all the like same two categories: slow and dumb or fast and scary. And it's just boring. They need to do something different,
Well,
like be actually zombies. instead of these weird things they make on TV.
Or what if there just wasn't zombies? What if it was just like nuclear fallout and we just like shit's gone off the rails? Like that would be scary if we really got into that, you know?
Like people having radiation poisoning and that kind of thing?
Yeah. But not like they're going crazy, just like they're dying in the
Their
street.
fingernails are falling off and stuff.
And people are trying to survive in that.
Yeah.
Because every zombie like genre, it always ends up they're trying to survive in a zombie apocalypse. So you get
And they get in some fortified house. And
obviously you get people that are like, oh, I'm into the horror shit, and so that they're there for the zombies. I'm there for the fucking survival shit. So like, bro, go outside and like build a cabin and catch some fish and stuff, you know? But they don't do that in zombie movies.
What if there's zombie fish?
Zombies can't eat fish.
No, like zombie fish. Like you catch a zombie fish.
The zombie fish can't exist because fish don't have brains.
Well, fish have brains.
No, they don't have a brain. Dude.
yeah, and if a zombie pees in the water, then they're going to drink the pee water.
And become zombie fish.
Yeah,
Do zombies pee?
Yeah, they have to.
What about like a zombie?
And does zombie pee make you a zombie?
It can.
Does vampire pee make you a vampire?
No.
Dude, how slow would a zombie turtle be?
And why is it that all of them, zombies, werewolves, and vampires, if they bite you, you become one? Why is that so ubiquitous across the zombie board?
Probably a parasite.
Or the monster board?
Probably a parasite or something like that.
Yeah.
No, see, not mummies, though.
Well,
You don't
Mummies
turn
are
into a
dead.
mummy when they bite you.
They're all
mummies,
not.
you have to
They're all
like
dried out, dude.
mummies. You have to be like in a and like you have to be really rich first, be a pharaoh, and someone steals your gold, and then you get to resurrect to go like hunt your gold down. That's like the mummy vibe.
I bet it would hurt to get bit by a mummy.
Mummy's like,
yeah, but it'd be the same as getting bit by a crackhead.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it still hurt.
dude, remember when the mummy returns? Like he like starts getting his body back and stuff. He's like feeding on people's corpses and getting stronger.
You hit all the beetles and stuff.
Yeah, he's like becomes beetles and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a cool superpower.
I want to
guess.
do that, dude. It'd be really cool.
See? Why aren't there more mummies?
Dude, he resurrects his girlfriend too.
Which is smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could make a really creepy movie about.
But then doesn't he like try to turn his girlfriend into Rachel Weisz?
Yeah, he tries to like put her soul into like another soul, or they'll like,
'Cause
they
she's
go
like-
back in time.
'cause,
And
dude,
they're
she's
all
all old and crusty and mummy-ish. And
I
shit.
thought he was trying to have a threesome.
Might have
That's
been.
what I'd be going for.
If he was a smart mummy, that's probably what he
Could you
should have
imagine
done.
coming back like 2,000 years later with your hot, badass girlfriend, but she's a mummy, and then there's this other hot bitch, and you're like, damn.
Dude, you just gotta feast your mummy girlfriend. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You just got to go get all the people out there and feed them to your.
Dude, you already have a bunch of money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're like, bitch, I own the pyramids and have all the gold in there. Fuck, you don't even know where it is because y'all can't find it. Fuck you.
Someone took one coin out, and now I'm haunting everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Wouldn't that be an awesome land grab? If you're like, nah, dude, this is my land. I've got like so much gold buried out here. You're like, oh yeah, show me where. No, I'm not showing you where all my gold's buried. This is my land. You need to get the fuck out of here. I'm calling the cops. And the cops come.
But
they're
you're
like,
not.
"Oh,
But no, you don't say that. You're like, no, I'm a mummy, and I will feast on your flesh. You know what I'm saying? You got to get out of here, because I'll kill you.
You're like, I'm not
Cops.
trying to threaten you. It's just what's going to happen.
No, they're gonna send cops after you because you're the mummy. You know what I'm
Then
saying?
you're feast on the cops' flesh, and they'll shoot you, but you won't
Is
die.
being a mummy?
Yeah.
Is being a mummy illegal?
Yeah, they're gonna try to arrest you for that.
Dude, could you imagine like having to like fight cops and like armies and stuff?
You never got pulled over, and they were like, "Are you a mummy?" And you're like,
Do I look like a fucking
No.
mummy to you?
they have a whole protocol to go through to see if you're a mummy or not.
And a vampire and a werewolf.
Yeah, because they're all bad, and they got to arrest them.
What's the protocol? What is mummies like? Like, can they use a mirror or something?
Yeah,
Well,
they
vampires are only caught
Oh,
during
it's
the
vampires.
nighttime. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, so they get confused for a lot of DUIs.
Yeah.
So they're all blood drunk.
Yeah, but there's no alcohol in it.
But werewolves only turn into werewolves at night too.
But
right?
I think what
And they can't
happens
drive
though,
well.
Blake, when
they
you're
don't have thumbs.
yeah,
when you're like an immortal like
You
that,
just throw a tennis ball and the werewolves.
I think when you become immortal like that though, you gain enough money to where you just own the cops.
What do you mean you gain enough money?
Like you just like you worked like for like 2,000 years, and you're like, dude, I have like, you work for 80 years, bro. I like work for 2,000 years. I have gold from the Roman Empire in my bank vault. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I think those people were dumb.
And then you could just like own the cops.
So that means if a mummy was born back then, he'd be dumb too.
So do you think like the mummies rule us right now?
Can you imagine like, how just old people, like let's just talk about our parents real quick. And they're like, God damn it, this fucking key to this truck, it doesn't unlock what I want it to. And it's like, Dad, you're hitting the fucking lock button. Come on.
Oh God, yeah.
No, mummies invented
I need
all
you to
that
come
stuff.
over and I've been trying to record this show, but I can't watch it. And
Bro.
it's like, Dad, that's the VCR remote. You don't even have a VCR anymore.
You're getting there, dude. That's so awesome. Yeah, or hey, I tried sending this email and it's coming back. I'm taking the computer back to the store. It's broken.
Something's wrong with the computer.
Yeah, dude. No, you typed in the wrong email address. It's not going to send.
So can you imagine?
Just like a letter.
So can you imagine that same thing that happens to our brains, but like 2,000 years?
Dude, I hope that does not happen to my
Dude,
brain.
but you probably you probably learn on the curve, You're so rich that you can just learn all the time,
Yeah, because those old rich guys are super fucking hip with it, right? Like, dude, they're fucking sharp.
Dude, you're hip enough to have a Rolls Royce Phantom. You're pretty hip, you know what I'm saying?
You just get your grandkids to figure it out for you for 2,000 years. You're like, all right, you're too old now. We need your grandkids to come figure this shit out to program the VCR. And they're like, Dad, we haven't had VCRs in 30 years.
I don't know. I think they'd be with it.
You think?
Yeah.
Nah, I think their brain turns to mush.
You think like a mummy couldn't survive today's technology?
Nah.
What if they got a new brain?
They'd fucking doing like mummy TikToks and shit.
Would you scroll past them?
Yeah, dude, I wouldn't even fucking watch that shit.
Really dumb. If I see one more
Shock.
mummy.
Yeah, we need a better class of monsters. That's what I'm saying. Like a Swamp Thing? Fuck yeah, where's Swamp Thing?
Dude, when I was a kid, I wanted a Swamp Thing action figure so bad.
Did you get one?
No.
That's fucked up. Why?
I might still get one.
Bro, you're an adult now. You got Swamp Thing action figure money.
I might get one. That's what I'm saying. I might have to find one.
Live your lifelong fucking dream.
Yeah, I can play with it and stuff.
Keep it in the box. It'll be more collectible.
Fuck that,
Yeah,
dude.
I want to take it out. Maybe I'll buy two. One I can play with, one I keep in the box.
Nah, take them both out and fight them both.
Fuck yeah,
And put it
dude.
in the mud in the driveway.
Yeah, dude. I've got so much mud I can play with. I could build mud huts and stuff where Swamp Things live.
See, that's the difference. Like, when we were kids, damn it.
Yeah, it goes back to my argument where everything was better. And we had more high quality entertainment.
We built nut huts and shit, dude. It was cool.
Bro, like some mud and a stick and a rock.
Oh, dude.
Maybe a cardboard box.
You can make a fort. Whole fort for Swamp Things, dude. And you can put the racetrack around it and shit. With the tire marks from the fucking skid steer you got. It's fucking cool, dude.
The Tonka truck.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
That was literally all day.
Uh-huh.
Like, all day. And now kids get bored with like they've got a tablet that's got mummy TikToks on it. And they're just fucking scrolling past them.
Yeah.
And they're like, I'm bored. Go outside. That's boring.
We used to have to go to the porn for it and meet your friends there. You know what I'm saying?
No, usually I took turn, hey, it's your day at the porn floor, right? Every once in a while you meet them there on accident and you're like, oh, you're at the porn floor today? Oh, I was just coming. I left my rock. See, this is my rock right here. And you're like, that's a good rock. I get it.
Wouldn't want to lose that rock.
But when are you going to get the fuck out of here so I can get
Yeah.
porn? Because both of us know we got that porn under that tire right there. We had it's a fucking tire, dude. You use a truck tire laying on the ground. You put a piece of plywood over it, and that's a perfect porn box. You know?
Keeps the weather out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not necessarily, no. Or the bugs.
But a lot of it, yeah.
But, you peel the pages
I
apart.
mean, it's going to fade. And yeah. It's going to get washed out in some. You're saying. It's still there. It's better than the Fuzzy Channel.
And it's honest, That's how it's supposed to happen.
Speaking of porn, there's a bill in the House that would make all porn illegal in the U.S.
How?
I'm
They're just
thinking
going to
about
block
that.
all the websites?
Yeah, like they do in Texas.
I don't... okay, this is going to sound like I'm not like for the bros, but bear with me, okay? It might be a good thing. And here's why. Okay?
Oh shit.
We're only going to ban the internet porn, right? So now if you can't ban VHS tapes and you can't ban magazines.
DVDs.
Nah.
You could probably fit like 5 porn movies on a DVD.
Yeah, we got to ban porn DVDs.
Why?
Because it's too easy. You got to make it fucking, you got to fast forward
Like
that shit.
you got to buy a VCR. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Mhm.
I see.
And if you want to watch porn, you can still buy porn if you want. But you got to go into a store and like, people might see your car there, you know?
Yeah.
And you got to talk to a fucking weirdo, you know?
Who works at the porn store?
Dude. And I like, it would help a lot of people. That's all I'm saying. And, you know, the kids, if they get their hands on a Playboy, like, such is nature.
Yeah, they come from nature. Playboys.
They did when I was
That's
a
the
kid.
place I found that shit, dude.
You're like, we're in nature.
Yeah.
There's a hobo camp.
Yeah.
And these Playboys naturally occurred. Dude, but let's be real. They didn't have Playboys at the hobo camp.
No. It was
They had like hustlers.
Hustlers and shit.
Club
Yeah.
and penthouse and shit.
Yeah.
Not even penthouse. That's too classy.
You're like, oh my God. That's when you first see shit. And you're like, holy shit.
You're like, my grandpa has some Playboys. Check it out. And you're like, look, tits. And then it's like, ooh, look, there's a little bit of bush right there. Cause it was, you know,
Mm-hmm.
like it was the 90s, but these Playboys were from the late 80s. And there's a lot of bush.
Yeah.
So you don't see anything. You're just like, oh, look, there's a little bit of bush right there, right? Like that was the extent of it. It's not just like some chick getting railed by 10 dudes and you're like 12 years old. Like, what the
Yeah, dude.
You're like, oh, look, some boobies, you know? That's the way it's supposed to happen. It's the
Yeah.
natural progression.
Oh, we got that. That was our porn. It like progressed from like website porn to like whatever it is.
But
now
even
today.
website porn, like, okay, when I start getting into like 13, 14, 15, all right, now we got website porn. But even then, it was like the site loaded and it started at the top and went down.
Yeah.
And it's just pictures and you scroll, you got to use the scroller on the side.
Yeah.
And there's little like clip art of like some bullshit. And then it's like, you know, it's got stars on it that
Yeah.
flash. And then another like chick with her tits out.
Yeah. You had to wait for it to load and shit.
Yeah.
That was good, dude. Built up good stamina. You know what I'm saying?
And you had to go in the fucking living room, which is, you know, you
That's
got to be a
ballsy.
vampire.
Couldn't
Like,
wait for your parents to leave, huh?
yeah.
You're like, I don't want to go to the grocery store today.
No, I'm just gonna hang back here and like chill out.
Yeah.
Jack off to porn. Prime jack off time. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it might help the youth out because now they just got it in their pocket and it's just like, oh,
Yeah.
you want to see Riley Reid?
Now they're
get
gonna
railed.
Now they're just
Well,
gonna
can't
start.
you put parental controls on your child's phone?
Yeah, but they can jailbreak it.
Oh, they'll jailbreak it?
Yeah.
Kids are smart. Some kids are smart.
Oh, so the smart kid will jailbreak their phone for 'em?
Yeah,
Yeah.
For like a vape or something like that?
yeah. For a bit.
See, I think this is a bad idea because it's just going to promote sex.
What do you mean?
Now people are going to actually have sex instead of just jacking off
Why? Why do you think that?
because they're not going to have an outlet anymore for it. So now they're going to have sex and there's going to be more kids.
That's a flawed theory. Do you think there's people are more promiscuous in the 50s or now?
Probably about the same.
Yeah.
So then
There are just consequences for being promiscuous in the 50s that there aren't now.
so then it's not going to change anything.
So they're more wild today than they are in the 50s.
Yeah. But more people are. No, I'm just saying more people are going to have sex. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not be promiscuous, but
Well, that's what having sex is, right? With
being
a lot of different
promiscuous?
people.
No, that's not what I'm saying. It's just, I mean, if you're like a teenager,
Oh, so we're talking about adults here.
or are we? Who's
Okay,
who's watching
then-
the porn? Is it the kids? or-
Everybody. Everybody's watching the porn.
Well, then, wait. So if the argument is that
grandmas
getting
are
rid of
looking up
porn
the
will make
porn.
people have sex more, and we're talking about like me, like an adult, yeah, that would be cool. Like now adults are having more sex because there's less porn available.
I think kids would have more sex too.
Mhm.
I don't.
There'd be more kids. More kids having kids.
No, it'd be the same as the 50s.
Dude, they got down in the 50s, dog.
Right?
They had porn.
Just like they did today.
It's just a lot of kids.
I think all porn does is desensitize us to like crazy shit, weird shit.
Like,
you know?
like a chicken banged by 12 guys.
A chicken?
Chick.
A chick, yeah.
Why, you ever seen a chicken?
No.
That's kind of weird, dude.
Yeah, dude. We don't want to desensitize the kids to that. Do you remember the first time you saw like a real like movie? First time you put in a VHS tape, and you're like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, like that's fucking crazy.
It desensitizes you.
Every time I have sex, it's fucking crazy and like, what the fuck? It doesn't desensitize you? Isn't that what you're saying?
Well, yeah, but that's the natural progression of things.
So it's normal now?
Well, no,
You're
like
just not supposed to be shocked
like
about
people
it.
over time are like, okay, I'm going to have more sexual experiences, and
You're going to see more buttholes, and you're just going to be like, all right, that's what I'm looking at today.
or you won't. Maybe it'll promote marriage because people will want to have sex, and you have to get married first.
But everybody knows when you're married, you don't have sex anymore.
Secrets out.
Yeah. And when you're
Yeah,
single,
in the 50s, they were like, hey, if you get married, you can have sex. And everyone was like, fuck yeah, I'm going to get married.
yeah. Fuck all the time, bro.
Yeah.
They did. Other people's wives.
Now they're like, dude, I'm not getting married. Why would I do that?
Yeah.
All right, shots, let's go. We got serious for a minute. Whoa. That's not like us.
It's that basketball, man. We had a quick pickup game. A little, what do I call it? Horse. We played horse before the show, and it kind of got the juices flowing.
Oh, y'all did?
I always get moral and righteous.
Who won?
Not neither of us. We can't spell horse.
Oh, okay.
So
That's
we
good.
kind of gave up.
Okay.
We got to hoe.
I think I had more points than you. So I was doing like backflip, 3-pointers, and 360 splash dunks and stuff like that.
Splash dunks, no scopes.
Yeah, dude.
All right, cheers. Tink. Oh.
Ooh.
I want to talk about the sperm switch.
What? Switched in sperm?
So basically, what they're going to do, this is the newest technology. This is where we're going as a society, okay? They're going to cut open your balls. They're going to put in a little relay in there, right? And then they're going to put in a little switch right next to your, like maybe in your taint. That's probably where they're going to put it, right in your taint.
Like a toggle switch?
Yeah, a little toggle switch right underneath the skin. So you just like cup your balls and click. And now you're fertile. Or you cup your balls and click. Click the little switch on your taint. Now you are shooting blanks.
I'd rather just put a condom on than put a switch in my tank. And then maybe have a kid or not.
Yeah.
You know?
I personally like to pull out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, personally
That's a
like
lot
to
of fun.
not switch it.
Yeah,
Or
not
just-
wear a condom and just pull out and fucking
Splooge
give
on
her
her
some
face.
groceries. Yeah.
Or don't even do that. Just cross your fingers, you know?
Yeah.
That's
Just
scary.
what?
Just cross your fingers.
Yeah.
I don't like those phone calls, text messages.
Yeah.
I haven't.
You don't want to put a switch in your balls?
No, dude, I don't.
What?
I don't. wanna
What
do
if it
that.
shocked your balls every time? Just
I'd
a
be
little
fucking
bit.
mad. And my shit didn't work right anymore. It's all like bent and crooked now. I'm like, dude, what the fuck did you do? You're just supposed to put a switch in there. Now I'm all going sideways.
You're
and
like,
shit.
no, this is a very standard procedure. You're going to be in and out, no problem. It doesn't hurt at all. And you're like, and then you wake up and they're like, all right, so there was a problem.
Yeah.
Dude, don't fucking do this to me right
You're
now.
like, my dick's paralyzed, dude.
Opposite though. It's always erect.
Oh
always.
my god. That would suck. You couldn't do anything. Could you imagine? You're like your friends, like, come help me lift my stuff to move it, and you're like, I can't because I'm gonna knock my boner into your couch, and it's gonna hurt when we're trying to move it.
Or could you imagine trying to have to like piss with a boner all the time?
Oh,
All the time. You
God.
just stand on your head, dude.
People end up pissing in your mouth, dude. It sounds so. That's the worst torture ever. That is the worst torture ever.
Or if you had to piss while you're taking a shit, you know?
Oh, and the boner,
Yeah, it's permanent, dude.
no.
Permanent boner.
dude.
You got to try to take a shit, but lean over and piss into the shower.
Dude, how do you poop with a boner? I've never been able to do that.
It's physics, dude.
There's like
Physics
too much
keeps
going on
happening.
for that, dude. There's too much going on. You're trying to push and you're trying to keep a boner. It's like, I guess you don't have to try to keep it when you got a perma boner. It's just there.
You're paralyzed.
It's scary, dude. God, could you imagine if you took Viagra and it just didn't go away?
You have to take Viagra to make it go limp for a little
It's
while.
like purple. You're like, bro, this can't be good.
That guy at the bar was checking chicks out with the Viagra.
Yeah, how do we feel about this, bro?
I don't know.
Are we mad at him?
I think we're like 2% mad at him.
They thought he was roofing girls, right?
But he's not.
But he wasn't. Turns out they like tested it and they even got his testimony. He was dropping Viagras in their drinks.
Yeah.
So that he could tell if any of them got a boner.
Yeah.
Which is bleak, to say the least.
It's just, yeah, like what world are we living in where a guy is concerned that people he's talking to might not be the sex he thinks they are, and he has to drug them to get them to show their cards, so to speak, because he can't be straight with them and be like,
You don't really see the but like a reflection in the
you
mirror,
asked-
like a.
Well, here's the deal. If you asked them if they were a girl, like, are you biologically a girl? That's like a weird question to ask a chick. Like, you're just hitting them
Is
up.
it, see, I've been married for like for a long time.
Yeah.
If on the dating game now, like on the apps and stuff, can you put like okay with non-biological or whatever,
I've seen people, and I'm like, no.
or biological only? Like, can you put that?
I don't know
I don't
what
know.
you do with that.
And is like that even a shitbag question to ask? Because I don't feel like it should be.
No, I would not want to end up with a guy that had long hair and boobs. That would make me mad. I'm like, what am I going to do with this?
Be a little perturbed,
What am I going to do with this?
a little bit upset.
Yeah. I would not be happy in that situation.
So you just put you should be able to put it in the app.
But
Just-
they'll lie and they'll be like, no, I am a girl.
That's why you got to meet people in person, and
Yeah.
you can tell.
And then you gotta put Viagra in there.
You're like, let me see your hands.
No, I'm totally down with Viagra, bro. I get it. I'm like 2% mad at him. I'm totally down with Viagra.
But
bro.
aren't
I'm
we
not
like
married.
5% like, creative, nice?
Dude, how much is Viagra?
Dude, he wasn't hurting anybody. I don't know. What does Viagra do to chicks?
Probably nothing.
Yeah, they don't have a dick to like turn to a boner, so
But if they had a boner,
that's not
then
a
they'd
chick.
be a dude.
Yeah, because chicks don't have dicks.
I've also never taken Viagra, so I don't really exactly know what that does to you.
That stuff sounds scary. I wouldn't want a medically induced boner.
Yeah,
I haven't had a problem getting a boner, but I'm sure when the day arises when I do have a problem getting a boner, I might want some Viagra.
I feel like it's going to make me have a heart attack or something.
Oh, yeah? I don't know.
Because that's all it does, right? Is increase blood flow.
To your dick. Somehow.
So what does it do in a chick? It's like, oh no, we don't.
It's just blood's not flowing there, bro. There's
It just
nowhere to
doesn't
go.
do anything?
Yeah. It might flow to their like area where their dick would be, but
If
That's
it's a
called
chick, she
bleeding.
probably gets horny.
maybe they just bleed.
If she's a man, she probably gets horny and as well. Maybe it just makes them horny.
Yeah, definitely don't sneak drugs into strangers' drinks. I
No,
think we
don't
can
do
all
that.
we can all agree with that.
Yeah, yeah.
that wasn't a super cool move.
No.
That's it. I guess that's it.
Yeah. That guy's weird.
But
He was a British man, by the way, right?
yeah, at least that's not happening here.
Yeah, I mean that guy doesn't brush his teeth, so what do
I
you
mean,
expect?
we're in the thick of it.
All right, so we're covering weird topics. Do we want to talk about Diddy? Do we even want to talk about this motherfucker?
Dude, the case, like, it started getting, like, the hearings, like, the trial, it went into trial now. But I wish it was like the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial where they actually, like, televised it. Because if they televised this trial, I bet it'd be fucking wild, bro. No one will be watching anything else. It'd be the number one.
Like fucking Tiger King or
Whoever's
something.
not filming this is an idiot.
Like
Whoever's
work
not-
is sending emails. It's like, hey guys, we're closed today for the Diddy case. Like, we're all watching that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, whoever's not filming this trial is an idiot. You need to put, I don't know. It's
Probably Diddy's people, right? Like they don't want the
well,
publicity
fuck
for
him
that.
because he's a big asshole, bro. everyone's like, dude, suing him, telling him that he's an asshole. Like, one person sues you and calls you an asshole, maybe you have an out. But if like all of like
maybe
everyone
they're
you've
the
ever
asshole?
fucked with is like calling you an asshole and suing you, then you're probably an asshole. You know?
Yeah.
So like, fuck him, and like, I don't know. I just think like the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial was so good. I watched a little bit of that.
I didn't watch any of it, but
I think
I remember when it was like all that was on.
It was
everywhere.
cool for a little bit, but you know,
I liked watching the highlights.
But I think
That's
this
kinda
Diddy
cool.
trial, like, I don't know if I'd even be here if it was going on right now. I'd be like, dude, I got to see who did what to who and who's doing what to what now. You know, like,
I can't help but be like, and maybe this is fucked up. I can't help but be like, in 1860, the way this would go down is everybody in town would be like, that guy's a fucking weirdo and an asshole. And then we just fucking, we just shoot him and bury him.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's what we should do to Diddy, although that's what we should probably just do to Diddy, you know?
Guy sounds like a menace, man.
Like maybe, why even get to the bottom of it and write a fucking article about all the weird fucked up shit that he did? Put that shit into people's heads.
yeah.
Why not just, okay, we don't need this guy anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's how
Dude, you know, if they were filming it and putting it on TV, it'd be like,
It would
one.
be huge. It would be huge.
Everyone in the world would be watching it. You know what I'm saying?
And it would probably change. It would be like the fucking Girls Gone Wild videos, right?
Yeah.
Like it would change an entire generation.
And here's another thing that's linked to it is that Bieber sold his catalog for $200 million because he was on the fear of financial collapse or ruin.
Which is scary because that either implies that it implies one of two things, or both, maybe. Either A, he's preparing for some kind of defense,
Yeah.
right? Or B, he's so broke and so broken that he can't do like Justin Bieber shit and make money anymore.
Now that the cat's out of the bag.
Yeah. So, and those
Which would
are
be the worst, dude. You've been doing this stuff since like, dude, I think Justin Bieber was a thing when we were like in 5th grade, right?
I don't remember.
Like he was.
No,
super
we
young.
were older.
You were older. When was Justin Bieber? Like 8th grade?
Like after we got out of high school,
After we got out of high school?
because he was like a YouTube kid.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, so like, you know, you had this dirty dark secret for 15 years and people finally understand it. But like, that's kind of screwed up to like put a YouTube kid.
But that is a double-edged, or that's two sides, like opposite. They're polar opposites. Those two options, right?
Yeah.
Either one, he's so broke and broken and broke that he sold his catalog,
Yeah.
and that's a bummer, and I feel bad for him.
Yeah.
Or he's mounting a defense and preparing for that.
Yeah.
In which case, like, you just throw him on top of
Do you
Diddy
think he
in
wants to
the
do
hole.
music anymore after all this? Or should he just become like a producer and not harm anybody that wants to do music?
I think he probably just wants to drift off into obscurity.
I bet you're right on that too.
And his actions would suggest that too, because he seems to just be like, hey guys, don't fuck with me or talk to me or anything.
Yeah.
Especially now that everything is coming to light and hearing some of the shit.
Yeah. Well, how about this? What do you think about like Jennifer Lopez? Do you think she needs to like do anything? She dated Diddy during all that shit.
Yeah, I think everybody that's ever been involved with Diddy, romantically or otherwise, like, yeah, we need to check it out.
Yeah.
Dude, that's like Epstein, dude. Like, I don't know. Like, you don't just hang out with that motherfucker,
No.
you know? They're like, hey, look at all this weird, crazy shit that this guy's doing when he hangs out with people. And you're like, oh yeah, I hung out with him, but we just didn't do all that weird, crazy shit that he does when he hangs out with others.
Remember when the Diddy news first broke and Denzel was like, I yelled at that MFer, you know? He's like, I yelled at him.
Yeah,
And
I think
was
it's pretty safe to say Denzel and 50 Cent both were not at Diddy parties, except for the one that that Denzel said he was at, you know?
yeah, he was like, I went there and I just yelled at him.
Yeah, I think he just started to see like the very surface level of it, and he was like, all this is fucked up, all of y'all are shitty people, I'm out.
Yeah.
Damn.
And 50 Cent has been trying to call out Diddy since 50 Cent, at least.
Yeah.
He has.
Yeah. 50 Cent does not like Diddy.
That's funny.
But even I guess we're talking about it now. But Cassie, his ex-girlfriend, claimed that a male escort like urinated down her mouth or something like
No,
that.
dude. Like a lot.
Like a lot?
Like all the time.
Oh my god.
And, yeah.
You can't break up with somebody like that because they'll fucking kill you. And he tried to kill her new boyfriend or whatever. Which I don't know why you're trying to... I guess you are trying to get a new boyfriend after that. You're like, I need somebody.
You think Diddy killed Tupac? Put the hit out?
I don't know.
You think Tupac did all that weird shit too?
Or maybe he didn't, and that's why Diddy got him.
Well, Suge Knight... I don't know, because Suge Knight would seem like he was more of a gangster. Like, he probably went to the strip club, and they probably got girls that way, versus what Diddy was trying to do, and, like, grooming people for freak-offs. I think Suge Knight just had a freak-off.
Which is somehow worse?
Which is worse, because it's like...
It is.
It's like calculated. It's not like, oh, these random girls just want to come over after the show.
Yeah, those girls are at the club, so they want to get picked up. They're not like...
By a rapper?
Yeah, they're not like being groomed to be sex slaves by a rapper.
Like what R. Kelly did to girls, you know?
So Suge Knight is the hero. We've
But
lived long enough
he
for
would
Suge
run over
Knight.
Why do you
you
think they've
with
had
the
him locked
hero.
up so long?
He will run over you with a Cadillac, but I don't know if he ever had, like, freak-offs. Like he's in jail now, so you think all that stuff would have come out once he's in jail, and people would have sued him again.
We need to put Diddy in the jail with Suge Knight.
I hope Diddy goes to jail, and they're not like...
I bet Suge Knight whoop his ass, bro.
He's on house arrest for 90 days.
Dude, Celebrity Deathmatch, we totally need a Suge Knight versus Diddy, like, 5-round fight. 2-minute rounds, 5 rounds.
I think you just lock him in a cage.
They won't. They're not going to lock him up.
Did he?
No. I'll bet money on it right now. They're not going to lock him up.
No, they totally are, bro.
No way. They're going to let him. They're not going to let him walk, but he'll get like fucking...
The court of public opinion seems to be against Diddy.
Dude, he's not getting out at all. He is so effed in the A,
They're
bro.
gonna be like-
Well, okay, but look, so did
OJ,
like Bill Cosby.
Like, okay, look. OJ got
He's
out.
on house arrest.
OJ is way more tame than the Diddy case. He just killed someone out of cold blood. The glove didn't fit. He got off. Diddy has like a bazillion people suing him with like firsthand accounts. Like, he's screwed. Like, if Justin Bieber even talked a little bit, he's so done.
But to Gator's point,
if Diddy gets out,
OJ got out.
OJ's different.
And so did Bill Cosby. He's not in jail anymore.
Well, he still had to go to jail for a little bit.
Yeah, and then they'll let him out.
Yeah, I mean, Diddy's in jail now for a little bit, and they're just going to be like, oh, here's your 90 days.
No.
Time served. Because he's
No,
such
I
a
don't
high
think so.
profile person, they're going to be like, just...
No, I don't think so. I think
He's gotta go to sex offender classes once every 4 years. He doesn't need to register as one though. He's just
No, I think he's done. I think Diddy's done forever, like Suge Knight.
I hope so.
I do think that.
I hope so. I'm not saying he shouldn't be treated like that, but
Or like Weinstein? Where's Weinstein?
I think he might still be locked up. I don't know.
Is he locked up?
He might not be. We can look it up. Here, I'll look it up. Where's my phone?
I hope he is. How about that? How about that, Gator? If Weinstein is still in prison right now, then I'll take the bet. I bet Diddy goes to prison forever.
okay.
If Weinstein's not in prison right now, then I'm not taking that bet.
Okay, here it is. Yes, Harvey Weinstein is currently in prison. He was convicted of rape and sentenced to 16 years in prison in Los Angeles in 2022.
But is he in prison?
While his New York conviction was overturned, the Los Angeles conviction means he's remained incarcerated. So he's got 16 years till 2022. After 2022.
Impossible to do that kind of math.
36?
But he's still in prison?
He's actually locked up.
No, 38?
He's locked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Diddy's going to prison, dude.
But Diddy,
I hope so, dude.
But Diddy's got so much more wild shit than Harvey Weinstein. They're going to be like, dude, you are... Like, everybody's coming out to get you, bro.
Are his kids gonna get in trouble too?
I don't know.
The RICO case, bro. You're affiliated, you're fucking done. That's probably what they're doing right now is a big RICO case.
I hope so. I hope they get everybody. Which goes back to anybody that was a motherfucker, like hanging around him. If you're affiliated with him at all, we're gonna look into it. Which is gonna be a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
I think what's the girl's name that's talking right now?
Cassie, that's
Cassie?
his ex-girlfriend.
She said something about an ex-president.
An ex-president?
An ex-president
Oh, okay.
being at a Diddy party.
Okay.
At a Diddy party.
I wonder who that would be.
Bill Clinton.
I was thinking, he seems more like a Diddy guy to me.
I think it was Bill Clinton for sure.
Really?
Yeah, dude. I don't know. Maybe it was Bush.
I think it was B-Rock, man. B-Rock Osama.
Dude, and if you got Justin Bieber just like giving sexual favors to whoever you want, you know you can get some pretty crazy people to come to your parties.
Tink.
Which I'm not sure if Justin did any of those things. I feel sorry for him if he did.
Oh.
It's really weird to get coerced as a kid and stuff like that. You know, you're not a fully developed adult to make. You know, and the law's not really protecting you either. I don't know. Get into those gangster realms, it's like, you know.
What about
You
Kanye?
just become gangster.
He's off his rocker.
He is.
But in an entirely different way, it would seem, than Diddy.
He's an artist, dude.
An artist.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's just like making music and shit.
I mean, he is like, like
shoes and
literally
stuff?
an artist.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. So was Hitler.
Yeah. I hadn't listened to his new song.
Hitler's new song?
Yeah.
No, I didn't either.
A lot of people have, I guess.
Dude, it's crazy.
I think
Have you
they're
heard
one
it?
and the same. I think Hitler's new song and Diddy's new, or Kanye's new song.
Well, here's the deal. I looked up the track listing for his new track, and one of them is called Diddy Free. One of them is about freeing Diddy.
Oh my god! You know, maybe that would be a good angle to take right now.
Free Diddy.
Taking the Nazi angle
And Free Diddy.
and the Free Diddy angle.
This guy's too
Dude.
good, man.
This guy.
How does he do this? How can he like? I'm just maybe I'm getting old and my mind is just boggled by people and what they're capable of. But goddamn,
Is
dude.
Kanye making money off of this shit?
He must.
He's
be.
got to be getting broke. No one wants to F with you anymore in the industry. You're going to get bit broke fast. No one's going to listen to your tracks anymore. No one's going to buy your merch.
Except,
Is he even touring? Like, does he tour at all? Or does he just like do crazy shit now?
I don't know. I've never been to a Kanye concert, nor would I go if there was one. But
Maybe Kanye and like
all I seem to
2016,
see
I'd
is
go
just
to a
him doing
Kanye
crazy
concert.
shit. And it's him doing crazy shit. But can you monetize that? If you're like, hey, look, my name is a household name. Literally everybody in the US knows my name. How do you monetize? Even if it's negative, how do you monetize that? Right?
I think he is just straight crazy, bro. I think he needs an asylum. He needs someone to like talk to him and be like,
They
"You know
definitely need to take his phone and take his fucking
what? They need
studio.
to take the internet away from him is what they need to do. They need to like have someone sit down with him and be like, are you okay? That needs to be the first question of like the number one therapist in America needs to go talk to Kanye West about his decisions and be like, are you okay? Like what's the deal?
Yeah, I want to hear a Jordan
'Cause
Peterson
in the new
breakdown
song-
of Kanye West.
Because in the new song, like he talks about Kim taking his kids away from him, and that's like what made him become a Nazi or something like that. It's like, do you have some issues being married to a Kardashian? I bet you do. If you do marry a Kardashian, I bet you have some issues with being married to one of those girls. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think a lot of dads get divorces and don't get their kids and
No.
don't become Nazis.
Right.
But also,
They're not Kanye West, though.
and they're not married to Kardashians.
No. They're not married to Kardashians either.
Man.
Is that his real name, Kanye West,
I
I don't know.
or is he like Kenya Westelin or something like that?
I'll look it up.
He's a single dad. What can you do about it, man? He's mad at Kim. but she's a bitch.
And so now he's a Nazi.
Yeah. More power to him, dude. I don't know. He's kind of crazy, dude. He's got to try on everything and see what fits. That's what it seems like.
Are you ready? Kanye's legal birth name is Kanye Omari West.
That's close.
So is he still rich?
Yeah.
And has his value gone down since the craziness?
Yes. Yes,
Yes?
absolutely.
It's definitely gone down since the Kardashian days, but like,
Is he still selling the Wheezies?
are people still buying them?
No, he started selling Hitler merch, bro.
See, that's the weird shit. Now we're getting really weird. All right, we're going to do this on the show. Let's talk about it. If Kanye West went full racist, right? Full blown fucking racist Kanye West, right? And he starts selling shit. And now you got all the like scary racist backwoods motherfuckers that are buying Kanye West shit. You see?
Damn.
But don't you think the main...
And they're like, oh, you know,
Don't you think the
I'm
pop-
racist as fuck, so I'm going to buy the new fucking Yeezys. Like, how fucking upside down.
Yeah. They wear the trash bag fucking pants and stuff.
I think it'd be more like financially optimal to target the pop culture audience, you know, than racist backwoods people with Confederate flags flying all over the place.
Do you think the pop culture
Not only Confederate
people
flags,
want to buy Kanye stuff?
not
right
only
now?
are they Confederate flags, which I don't think there's really too many things wrong with the Confederate flag, but when you start putting KKK symbols on top of it,
Yeah.
that's when it gets a little weird. Then you like roll up to those homes in Texas and you're like, I need to bang a U-turn. Like, I pulled into the wrong MFer's driveway, bro.
Dude, Kanye West was wearing like Grand Dragon robes doing interviews and shit.
What?
Like, full blown racist, dude.
I bet the KKK would induct him into the KKK now.
How does he
It's a
go?
more progressive KKK. Like, Kanye, you could be in. You know what I'm saying?
He's one of the K's, dude. He's fine.
Oh my
Dave
god.
Chappelle's Nostradamus. Remember?
Kanye's
I won't
Ku
say it
Klux
on
Klan.
show, but remember his name for his Nostradamus character?
Uh,
Well, anyways. Dave Chappelle's Nostradamus.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't say it on the show, but it was funny.
Yeah, but anyways, he was a Nostradamus character, and he totally called the blind black white supremacist. Yeah, blind black white supremacist. He totally called it. It's Kanye.
Kanye's not even blind.
Well, he kind of is to a lot of things.
Yeah, that's
It's metaphorical. Like,
See, I didn't pick up on it.
yeah, I know. Just because
Even in the blind guy, the blind guy knew he was black in the skit. He was just blind.
All right, let's talk about this. Let's take a shot and talk about this whiskey. We're getting lost in the woods.
Yeah, this is interesting.
We had a lot of spicy topics.
I think we navigated them.
Dude, this whiskey's pretty good. Are we talking about it yet? Are we that deep
That's
in the show?
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
Okay.
I'm being conservative with the shots because it's spicy.
Yeah, it's potent. Yeah.
It tastes good, though. I like it.
I hope to play some beer pong after this.
I'm down.
And
I'll
the reason I bring it up is because I played beer pong recently for the first time in a very long time.
And we didn't have Bro Bash last year, so we didn't play beer pong last year either.
And dude, I had so much fun. And I was like, what are these lame ass games that people are playing now? They're playing Beer Die. I know we've talked about it on the show. It fucking sucks. And
Gator.
beer pong is so much better. So anyway, if y'all are down, I'll fucking whoop your ass at beer pong.
I'll play a game or two.
All right, cheers. Let's talk about this whiskey first.
Okay, this is some pretty... How many bottles were there only of this whiskey? 280?
288.
Okay.
Don't go back and check me because I just made that up. But you say it with conviction. And people
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. Or at least you sounded right.
That's all it takes.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
All right, sweetness. I think it's very low.
Very
I think it's
low.
1.5.
Yeah, maybe 2.
Crunch. I also think it's very low.
No?
2.
Yeah, 2.
Yeah. It's
Lower
pretty
than
smooth,
average.
Pretty smooth.
Bite. I think it's high. I think it's 3.
I think it's
Yeah.
3.5.
3.5. I could go 3.
But it tastes good. It's not a displeasing bite.
Oh no, we're gonna have to add another metric. Because you're right. No, I'm agreeing with you.
It's not a displeasing bite, but it's really strong, so you feel it.
Yeah, all the way down.
I feel really warm.
Can we go
right
3.5? Can we go 3.5 on the bite?
I like 3.5.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a 4, but it's like, I don't know.
I was a 3 or 3.5.
But you know when
If
they
you're
talk
a
about
4,
the
3.5, then let's
tastefulness,
agree
it's
with-
really tastefulness. I like it.
Yeah, it's
Some good whiskey. I like it.
Bottle, I don't know, kind of. Oh no, look, it's got raised lettering here. It's got a wood top. All right, it's above average. 3,
3. It's good.
maybe a 3.5.
Yeah.
Drunkenness. All right,
That's like a 4.
yeah, it's working. Also, looking at the bottle.
Speaking of drunkenness, can we go back to last week's bottle and say that that was a really messed up bottle? I didn't get drunk at all. Did I get a whack bottle of whiskey?
I don't think so.
It was weird. That last bottle was weird.
It worked for me.
Chris said he didn't get that drunk. I didn't get that drunk. He said it was 108 proof, but
Well, this one is 121 proof.
I've been drinking more of the last bottle than this bottle, and I'm drunker now than I was back then.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, this is the good shit. This is the fire. What do you do with this? I think you take this to like
Drink it.
I think this is a Christmas present.
Oh.
Yeah, I can see that.
Easter. A little Easter egg basket.
Or like a
thing.
housewarming party. This is something that's like, hey, here's a good bottle of whiskey.
Yeah.
You should drink it.
Is this an expensive bottle of whiskey?
It was like $82. Upper shelf?
Damn.
Is that top shelf?
But not unreasonable, especially for if there's only 280 bottles out of this cask.
It was at specs, dude. I'm telling you,
did
that
make up
specs
that
on
number
Ronald
again.
Reagan is the...
It's 280. I've just been saying 288. 280, I'm going to keep saying it.
Yeah, it sounds better.
The specs at Ronald Reagan has been the Whiskey Wizard's secret stash. That's really what it is.
So there's only 288 bottles and it's $80. That's pretty good. It's a good deal. I mean, I don't want to lose money on this deal. You know?
Aged for 4 years.
It's a pretty good bottle. I haven't, the 36,
Would that be a
The
sound
36
financial
aged
investment?
pretty good,
You invest in a bottle of whiskey? Okay, how about this? If you invest in...
Like to drink it?
No, like
Sell
to
shots?
hoard it.
And then do
To
what?
stash it.
this
Like-
would be
like
a good
mummy.
one to
Like-
stash.
Like I have my own pyramid,
This would be a good one to stash if you could get a hold of the other 280 bottles.
287.
Yeah, 87. That's
Yeah.
right. You got one of them.
And then you stash it in your like that's your pyramid, that's your mummy shit, right? You stash all the whiskey. But we're not going to do fucking mummies. So the new apocalypse is
But you become a mummy if
a
someone.
swamp thing apocalypse.
But you become a mummy if someone tries to steal your whiskey.
right, you become a mummy and you come back and
A
you have to
whiskey
fight the
mummy.
swamp things.
Yeah.
So we have a swamp thing apocalypse happening.
Yeah, no.
That's the situation.
Okay. I
They're
like
whiskey
this one.
mummies.
Y'all with me?
Yeah.
But you got a pyramid full of a hoard of whiskey.
Do you
Now,
trade it?
Can swamp things get drunk?
Yeah, for
and,
sure.
And can people survive in a swamp thing apocalypse?
If there's drunk swamp things, yeah.
And how do you? I mean, it's going to change a little bit. Like you don't want to build your new post-apocalyptic society next to water if it's a swamp thing apocalypse. Because
Well, a swamp, because it's specifically a swamp.
I don't know. Do swamp things is like salt water like bad for them, or does it make them stronger?
Yeah, they can't just go anywhere.
They have to become like a sand person.
there's not like marsh things,
Or like beach things.
cove things.
Like maybe they
Yeah,
can only
lake
survive
things.
in a delta or something like that, which is actually a marsh, right?
well, then this seems pretty easy to figure out. You're like, whoa, bros, there's a swamp thing apocalypse, and they're like, all right, cool, let's just stay where we are.
Yeah, we won't go to the swamp right now. We'll be okay.
It's all apocalypse.
They're all like oogla boogling out in the swamp.
Meanwhile,
there's,
New
like,
Orleans
nobody
is
there.
fucked, dude. New Orleans is super fucked.
Oh yeah, that'd be bad, dude. They'd have so many there.
There's swamp
They'd be
things
everywhere, dude. Could you imagine? That'd be kind of crazy, dude. Swamp things just everywhere, but they all look a little bit different. Have weird swamp things going on.
If a swamp thing bites you, do you become a swamp thing?
Yeah, no, I think you just die.
Like an infection or something.
Yeah, you get like rabies or something.
What if you inject swamp things into you, so you, like, build immunity, right? Maybe that's what he was doing, was trying to inject the butterflies so he's immune to butterflies.
I think you should just inject swamp things with butterflies and
kill them.
Yeah, dude. Give them 7 agonizing
If
days.
swamp things grow flowers on them, then the butterflies will eat the flowers off the swamp things.
So butterflies are bros.
Yeah.
And
Not till they're not.
You shouldn't inject them into your veins. You shouldn't do that.
and deter the swamp thing. So if butterflies are bros and deter the swamp things, it stands to reason that, like, injecting butterflies into swamp things is going to, like, make them spontaneously combust or something.
Yeah. You don't want to inject any
Which means
swamp-
we're
any
the assholes,
butterflies.
because we're going to start smashing butterflies and putting them into, like, darts and stuff to kill all the swamp things problem. That we have a swamp thing situation now that we got to deal with.
That could get out of control real fast. I bet if we had like a monarch butterfly fucking migration path and put all the swamp things there.
Are we in the monarch migration path? And
Yeah, dude, there's a sign right by the road out here that's like, this is a monarch butterfly
sanctuary.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, go out there with a shotgun.
Dude, this stuff's got me pretty drunk. I'm not going to lie. This stuff's pretty good.
No, you're not allowed to kill butterflies.
Dude, they're eating my crops.
Dude, they
No,
just
they don't.
pollinate flowers,
They're
bro.
bothering my livestock.
I think that's why. They don't fucking do shit to anybody. Leave them alone.
No, I'm going to go out there
No,
and
they're pretty.
I'm going to spray them with Roundup. Get out of here, you nasty moths.
Here's what you do with butterflies. They land on a flower, and then they fuck off. And you're like, that was pretty. And then that's all you do with butterflies.
It's like, all these moths got my girlfriend's makeup. And
When you're like 4 or 5
It's a
years
problem.
old, if you have a bug catching net, you go catch one, you put it in a jar, and it dies. And then you look at the butterfly.
And you feel like a piece of shit. And
Yeah, you're like, dude, I just killed a butterfly. But your first thought shouldn't be I should crush it up and inject it for views on TikTok.
Yeah, I should have injected fucking wasps.
Dude,
To gain his power.
At least that would make you potentially immune to wasp things, which would be cool.
Or that. Oh, that's a genius idea. I like where your head's at.
That's like
What if you had to endure 7 agonizing days, but if you came through the other side, now you're immune to wasps?
that'd be pretty cool.
Ooh.
Dude, that would be such a party trick if you could just walk up to a wasp nest and crush it with your hand.
Yeah.
Would you endure 7 agonizing days for that?
No. Hell no.
Or I could just not fuck with wasps.
Yeah, I could just not fuck with them. Spray the hornet killer on them.
But then you could fuck with wasps all the time, though.
I do love spraying wasps with hornet killer, though.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's like one of my favorite things.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it foams.
Just under killing fire ants.
Yeah. You're like, dude, this is my house. You're not paying rent, bro. You need to get the fuck out of here.
And so you just like murder their whole fucking...
You do. And they're building kids and stuff, and they're all dead.
You're like, I hope your kids die
And
too.
I like
I'm
on the
killing
bottle,
those.
too, it says, like, they don't return to the nest. You're like, you damn right they're not.
You ever hit a wasp in the air with the spray?
Yeah,
It's just spraying it all around your yard on your dogs.
Yeah, dude. You don't even hit it. It just flies away. You're like, fuck, dude.
But see, it makes me wonder, like, if it's that strong, what if you could, like, corner a rat, you know? But you got wasp killer? You think you could get it?
You have to get it directly
What's
into
gonna
its
happen?
mouth, bro.
What's gonna happen?
You have to hit it right in the face.
If you got a rat, you got him cornered. Fucking, you're
You
getting
spray
him with wasp spray.
You might make him blind with that wasp spray, bro.
I don't think
might
it'll do
go blind.
anything. I don't think it'll do anything. I think it only works on exoskeletons of wasps.
What if it gives him, like, super wasp powers or something?
Yeah, like flies at you
Or
and stings
super
you.
rat powers.
It shits out wasps, but they're like scary ones. They're like orange. Orange wasps.
Rat wasps with,
Yeah.
with fur.
And teeth.
COVID.
Yeah.
Bat wasps. Rats.
Bat wasp rats.
Yeah.
Rats.
Dude, bats don't really fuck with people. I think they're out when everyone's fucking asleep.
Vampires, dude.
Yeah, they're vampires. They eat all the mosquitoes. We need more bat population because I'm not ready for the mosquitoes this summer.
They're coming.
They're already out.
And it's hot as fuck.
Yeah. And it's rained like the last week, so it's all humid and shit outside. You know, they're just like ramping up. It sucks.
You think DEET is bad for you? Because I use that fucking, like, super DEET.
It's probably bad for you, yeah.
You know, like, okay.
They probably stopped using it for a reason.
Like at HEB and stuff, they're like, oh, it's 40% DEET or something. And you're like Deep Woods, right? Like, nah, this isn't the pussy fucking 15% off that smells like, you know, lavender, vanilla or something. No. Get in the deep woods, repel.
I know it.
40%.
All
Dude,
I know is I don't give a shit, and it keeps the mosquitoes off you. So the deep woods is where you want.
But I've got the fucking 100 like outdoorsman. It doesn't have the compressed shit inside of it. You have to like pump the sprayer. But it's 100 deep.
Oh my god!
Does it work?
Yeah, it fucking works.
Like, how much radius are you safe in?
He's like all of it.
Yeah,
They just don't come by you. Where do you spray it on your body? On your balls?
yeah.
That's where they go after with my balls the most.
You got to put it in your hair so it hangs around. So it's
Oh, that's how it works. Well, I got a lot of hair on my balls, so that'll work.
But what does DEET do to you?
Keeps
To your
mosquitoes
balls
away.
specifically?
Keeps the mosquitoes away. That's all.
Like between the DEET and the fluoride, what
DEET?
this is how we start the Swamp Thing apocalypse.
The other thing I don't like about DEET is it just tastes weird. Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of makes your tongue go numb.
Yeah. It tastes like sour almost.
Hell yeah! You know.
Everybody gets DEET in their mouth when they're
Hey,
spraying.
let's take another
DEET.
shot.
Okay.
You're telling me you never got any DEET in your mouth when you're spraying DEET?
I was debating whether or not to draw the parallel between DEET and deodorant. Because if you get deodorant in your mouth, it kind of feels the same, tastes the same.
But deodorant
Is it the
gives
spray
you-
kind? Because I use the stick kind, so I don't put it in my mouth. I just put it on my armpits. So you spray DEET in your armpits? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you don't want the mosquitoes in there.
Yeah, you got hair in your armpits too, so it'll stick.
You've never gotten deodorant on your tongue?
Like with the stick?
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes when I hold my tongue outside my mouth and I'm putting deodorant on, I can like take the stick across my tongue on the way to my other arm. Fit. If I'm using one hand for both, which I usually don't usually switch hands, but I'll lick it just to get it a little moist before I start rubbing. Yeah.
Obviously.
Is that weird?
All right, so I don't believe you, so let me tell you it sucks.
So you spray it? Is that what you're saying? You spray deodorant?
No.
How do you get deodorant in your mouth? You spray DEET. So it goes in the air and you taste it. Or you spray it in your mouth. Deodorant's a stick. Why is it going in your mouth?
Well, because you lick the deodorant.
Why?
I don't know.
You just tasted it one day?
Yeah, you ever eat Play-Doh?
No.
Glue?
No.
Crayons?
No.
You can't tell me what every single one of those tastes like.
No.
I don't believe you. Now, I do believe you that
I can
you
tell
might
you what-
not have tasted deodorant. I'm just saying,
I've tasted batteries.
Okay.
Ugh.
And poop.
Why?
And poop.
That's like 2 alone shit.
That's cool.
But you don't want to try the deodorant?
It's just like spray deodorant.
Oh, try
yeah.
it on. Try licking the deodorant stick.
Okay.
It's good.
I got one on my truck. I'll go lick it.
That's what you want. You want truck deodorant.
It's
for
warm.
sure.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. You scratch your armpit and then you fucking
Stick your finger in your
eat
mouth.
a Cheeto, and now you got fucking deodorant in your mouth.
See, if I got deodorant on, I'm like, I don't need to be touching my armpits right now because like my fingers taste like deodorant.
But sometimes you got to scratch your armpit.
Yeah.
Tell somebody else to do it for you. Just walk up to somebody in the grocery store and be like, "Hey, guy, can you scratch my pit real quick?
I got deodorant.
I've got
I'm about to
AIDS.
eat some Cheetos.
I got AIDS. I don't want to get anybody sick. So can you scratch my armpit?"
That's a real homie right there. That's like, yeah, dude, I got you.
Yeah.
You scratch your
Use
armpit.
like a banana or something, or like a pineapple.
Pineapple would be a good one.
Yeah, or a coconut. That'd be kind of good. You know, because it's kind of got a fibrous, rough
God.
texture. You know.
Definitely not strawberries.
So that's how.
Yeah.
And I guess then you just get deodorant on your coconut and pineapple.
Yeah, then that guy's got to deal with it. You're like, whoa,
But then
man.
later you eat the pineapple and you get deodorant in your mouth. See? Same thing.
Dude, and then
Okay.
then you can switch your cum on, and then you can taste good with the pineapple. With the cum switch.
What do you mean?
See, if they're going to do that, they need to give you like a third ball you can fill up with stuff.
Oh,
So you can do like
apple?
party tricks and stuff.
deodorant.
Yeah.
Joke's on you, bitch. It's deodorant.
Check this out, guys. It's like a flamethrower. He's like, yeah, fill it up with butane. It's got this little valve on it.
Yeah, see, I think that's the problem. If they had a different function, right? Like I think we as men could be down with a switch that did something to our balls, but if it was something cool, right? Like,
Right.
oh, we're gonna make it spray a different color, you know? Or we're
I'm
gonna
not
make
down for putting switches on my balls, bro.
or we're gonna make it fucking shoot flames. That would be cool.
No switches on the balls.
All right, I guess. I don't know why you gotta be so prude. You don't even
Dude,
want
I'm
switches
gonna have
on your, you
natural
don't even want
balls.
robot balls.
Natural balls, bro. It's gonna be a dying breed.
Roboballs
40 years, I'm gonna be like, dude, I got real testicles.
and a real switch.
And a real dick that needs Viagra. You know what I'm saying? In
Yeah.
40 years, I'm gonna definitely be needing some Viagra. That's for sure.
What if you could inject Viagra?
Yeah, just not butterflies.
No, they put a switch on it, and you flip the switch, it gives you a little bit of Viagra.
Cool. That'd be cool.
Boom, you're good to go.
Dude, I need to jack off right now. You gotta charge it like your phone.
Yeah.
Oh, that would suck.
It shows you your boner progress, you know?
You're like, we're almost
50%, and you're like, God damn
there.
it.
Battery's low. Hey, you got that cigarette charger?
No, dude, I'm charging my boner right now.
Oh, God, yeah.
No, I need a USB-C.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Fuck. Take me to the gas station real quick. Imagine it gets all hot when you're charging it.
And there's certain things, too, like you drink half a bottle of whiskey, and, like, it immediately drains you to 50%.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, it's got to like work extra hard.
You drink the whole bottle, it drains it to, like, 1%.
I'm going to need a new battery after this one.
Boner switches, huh?
Yeah.
So but it's going to be like multifunction. You can switch your boner on. You can mix in different cocktails. You know what I mean? Flavorings. And then you can also turn it on or off.
Yeah, like cake batter. What if you can make it cake batter, you know?
Right? Mixable pancakes and shit.
Cookies and cream. You know what I'm saying?
Chocolate
Although, that would
milk.
probably be bad during intercourse.
Chocolate milk. Who wouldn't want some chocolate milk during intercourse, dude? Are you kidding me?
Chocolate milk. There's some places chocolate milk doesn't need to go. Most of them are the places where, like, you put your dick, you know?
Well, that's not where you put it. It's where you pull it out at that point. Because it's like, it's all about that. Somebody's going to want some chocolate milk at that point. But yeah, if you're doing it inside, why are you even going to do the flavors? It's up to the user to determine how they want to use it, but you have all the options.
You're not even horny. You're just like, fuck, I want some chocolate milk. I guess I'm going to have to go beat off.
Oh, man, my battery's low. I got to charge it for a while. And you have a short charger cable, so you got to sit real close to it. Like the wall. What are you doing?
I'm charging my ball switch.
You need to get one of them wireless chargers.
I got the wireless chargers in the Lazy Boy, dude. You just sit on the fucking
Oh
couch.
my god, yeah, it's like magnet. Your balls like magnet. You're like, wow, it hurts a little bit every time.
But then if you stand up too fast,
oh, you can feel like your tubes getting pulled on.
especially when you mix
You're
the
supposed to put PVC tubes in there, but I can still feel them.
when you mix the ball switch surgery with the ball lowering surgery.
Oh god. No, that's when you can like carry more fluids and stuff. You know what I mean? That's the ultimate, right there. It's like the Cadillac of.
Dude, you can put some hydraulics in your balls so you can like lower them, upper them, like
See, that's the thing.
some hydraulics on a car where you're bouncing. You know, you
It
can
like
bounce your balls.
shrinks up and gets all tight.
This
You
is
can
why
bounce
I'm
your balls.
reluctant to go through with the Brazilian ball lowering procedure. Right? Like, obviously, it would be cool if they hung down a little bit lower. But also, you have to be able to go into sport mode sometimes. And that's where the switch really comes in handy, so to speak.
Yeah. That feature's great.
Because sometimes you don't need them swinging around down there.
No,
you know?
they
Like,
get in the way a little bit. You know? You want
there's like a dog in the room that's running in circles and about to jump in your lap, you know?
Yeah, you want everything turtle
gotta-
shelled up, man. We gotta get in the fort, buddy. Let's go. It's kind of cool how it'll do that. You get all protective. It's like a dinosaur or something.
Or like a 5-year-old kid with a fucking wiffle ball bat,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Like, they need to be in sport mode because that shit's swinging around everywhere. Like,
Or you're like walking over a barbed wire fence or something.
oh, dude.
Yeah.
You gotta
That's
climb
smart,
a
huh?
fence?
Yeah.
It needs to be up.
Yeah. Oh, God. Jumping on a trampoline or something?
Sitting on a lawn chair.
Ooh.
You don't need that Brazilian ball lowering
Ooh.
when that happens.
You're getting a splinter for sure.
You're out here bragging about your Brazilian ball lowering procedure, you know? And then you sit in a lawn chair and now you're stuck.
Well, dude, yeah, wasn't it the podcast we talked about that guy? He got his ball stuck in the fucking lawn chair. Didn't it like rip off when he stood up or something? He like bled to death in Florida and they had to like feed him to alligators or something. Crocodiles.
Swamp things.
Swamp things, yeah.
Yeah.
I think if you get your balls stuck in a lawn chair, you just kill yourself.
Could you imagine asking somebody for help?
Help my balls.
No, I want you to break the chair.
The fire department's gonna come out. They got like a jaws of life and shit.
And chop your balls?
No, they're gonna chop the chair.
No, like he's had a
balls out.
Brazilian ball lowering procedure. It's bad.
Yeah, this is bad. It's all wrapped up in there. They kind of get them onto their own.
Or a bicycle. You've had a Brazilian ball lowering. And you're riding a bike. You can't ride bicycles
It's all
anymore.
wrapped up in the chain. Like horror stories on 60 Minutes of Brazilian ball lowering. Hi, my name's Phil. Just I love riding my bicycle.
At first, I thought my Brazilian ball lowering procedure was only good things.
That would hurt, dude.
Oh, did I not know?
That would hurt. If you got them wrapped around the fucking pedals. Ooh.
Yeah, so I think you have to get the switch first and then do the ball lowering. That way you can integrate the
Yeah, the raising and lowering of it. It's probably easier to build that functionality into
You get
one
ball
time.
hydraulics.
Yeah, you want to be able to drop them and raise them back up.
Yeah, be the
Sport
little
mode.
jiggle and bounce.
But do you still have like the
get a
sack
girl's
hanging
face
down?
right underneath your balls, and you can raise them and lower them with the switch. You're sending a switch on them, you know,
Yeah,
and just bouncing on her face.
Oh, teabagging.
Yeah.
but you don't want her to know about your switch.
No, that's hot. It means you got money if you had a Brazilian ball lowering.
Oh,
And a switch? Yeah, that is kind of...
Yeah.
they're like, damn,
That's what
That's a
rappers
flex
rap
for
about,
sure.
this is
you
a
know?
man.
They're rapping about having Brazilian ball lowering.
Yeah.
It
It
takes
switches
switch
on
procedure.
bitches, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude.
Do we have anything else we want to cover? Cybertrucks? We can talk about Cybertrucks.
Yep, yeah, apparently they're not good or something.
What do you mean?
I guess. So I sent the article because it was written by the Gateway. Is that the name of the? It's some big news organization. I think it's Gateway.
Okay.
I don't know.
They used to make computers back when I used to use dial-up internet.
Yeah.
Yeah, they make news.
Also, they have a movie theater, right?
oh, it's
Legal Gateway?
it's the Guardian. That's what it was.
Okay.
The Guardian.
That's a completely different thing. Never mind.
Yeah, sorry. But they were like, Cybertrucks are dumb. It's only preppers and doomsdayers who buy them, and they break down going to the store.
Okay. Hold on. Is this a psyop? Right.
Yeah.
Because
Let me just pull it up.
first of all, they're being like only preppers buy the Cybertrucks, and I'm like, well, wait, why is that necessarily a bad thing? You know?
Right.
And then second of all, is if hypothetically I was a prepper, would a Cybertruck be a bad option? And I'm sitting here wondering, like, okay, maybe we don't have the electrical infrastructure. It'd be hard to find like charging ports. And also, we got to think about all these swamp things that are running around in this apocalypse, right? That I've been preparing for. I don't know that a Cybertruck would be where I want to go for a swamp thing apocalypse prepper.
Mm-mm.
So I don't really know why they're attributing the Cybertruck purchases to preppers.
Can I read this?
No, you don't know how to read.
Well, I've memorized it because I had AI read it to me.
Okay.
So it says the Cybertruck answers a question no one in the auto industry even thought to ask. What if there was a truck that a Chechen warlord couldn't possibly pass up? A bulletproof, bioweapons resistant, road rage
Oh, that seems
inducing
subjective.
street tank that's illegal to drive in most of the world.
Yeah, that's pretty objective.
Yeah. I mean, it is like a tank.
Yeah.
It's just not something a Chechen warlord would drive. They'd drive like a fucking Toyota Tacoma or something like that. Put a rocket launcher on the back, fucking couple machine guns. They'd be tearing it up. And they'd be able to get places because they could put gasoline in it when it runs
Or
out
a
of fuel.
TRX, you know what I'm saying?
That's kind of fancy.
Yeah, they can't afford that.
Well, like a 250.
Plus, the
though?
Toyota's never going to break down. You can put 50
Like a
caliber through that
2005
motherfucker.
250, they're all about it.
Well, No, he's right. It's like the Toyota Hilux.
Or Suzuki trucks and shit.
Yeah. A Suzuki pickup.
Yeah.
A Suzu pickup.
Yeah.
You know? And they're like, we're going to put a 500-pound machine gun in the back of this.
It's like a Nissan Frontier.
And they're like, oh, that's fine. It's not going to break. You just fucking crash it through the desert.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's weird that they project that.
Right?
Because, I see a lot of Teslas. I do see a lot of Teslas over there in in Chechnya. And they've got machine guns and bazookas and stuff on them. It's all over the place. It's ubiquitous at this point.
Yeah.
So maybe they're onto something. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe they're painting a picture we don't see. It's just funny, like
It might be some projection there.
why are like Tesla? I mean, I don't like Cybertrucks, but I'd never go.
Also, let's go ahead and establish that we're fucking down with Cybertrucks, right? They're pretty cool. They're pretty cool.
I'm not going to dog on them any worse than these people are. But I'm not going to go that far either. Like, there's a whole news organization that's like dogging Cybertrucks. Like, what the fuck, dude?
They're Chechnyian warlord trucks, though.
I can see.
And you can't argue with that.
Maybe that's what they're
science.
doing is they're trying to market them towards the Chechens right now.
Ooh, that's smart.
They're like, they read The Guardian all the time.
Damn, it's the bait and switch, dude. They just they're like, look, all the other Chechnyian warlords already have Cybertrucks.
Yeah.
And there's Chechnyian warlords that are like, damn, am I the last one to not have a Cybertruck?
Yeah. It's run by electricity? Huh?
There's at least a dozen Chechnyian warlords that are going to buy a fleet of Cybertrucks because of that Guardian article.
They wouldn't have to worry about powering any of their weapon systems on the truck because there's already batteries everywhere. You know what I mean? They're like, we don't have to buy more batteries. We already got.
But then it dies, and you're like, all right, who's got a USB-C?
I know, dude. My balls are fucking dead.
Who's out of Brazilian balls?
Just gonna jack off, drink some chocolate milk while we're waiting for these Russians out here. But fuck. I guess solar panels, dude. Could you imagine?
They don't have solar panels in Chechnya.
They're gonna have to order them on Amazon. They're gonna find you with that drone too. They're like, look at this motherfucker out here with his fucking.
What do they have? How do they make power in Chechnya?
They have horses.
First of all, where is
They
Chechnya?
have horsepower, dude. It's in like the Middle East or some shit.
I thought it was by Russia.
Eastern
it sounds
Europe.
like it's by Russia.
Middle Eastern Europe. By Russia.
Matt, you're a
I don't know.
He's a warlord over here, dude. No, it's like Middle Eastern Europe shit. Like by Turkey and China and stuff.
Middle Eastern Europe.
Yeah, dude. It's that part of the world.
I do know whenever like the U.S. has like portrayed Chechnya in a movie, it's always been for like some like illegal warlord shit.
Yeah, and they like ride horses and stuff.
You know, they're like fuck.
They're like Mongolians.
They like
They
buy
have fucking swords and bows.
They do
and
something
arrows.
with wheat and like horses. And they like ride around.
Dude, they buy a bunch.
Has the Chechnyans ever been in a movie?
Yeah, look up Chechnya in movies.
I can't spell Chechnyian.
Like an actor? Yeah, I don't know how to say it.
Dude, I can barely say it. Spelling it's out of the fucking question. Chechnyian. Is there an I in there? No.
I don't know.
I think there's a Y.
I think there's an N. Chechnya. Chechnya. They seem like nice guys, though. They got beards and stuff. They drive nice
Swords,
trucks.
warlords.
Yeah.
Teslas.
Why are they warlords, though? Just because they're like driving around in trucks and they've got like weapon systems.
And why
on
are they?
stuff?
Why is the Guardian throwing shade on Chech? What if the Chechnyans are over there like, bro, what?
Yeah. Why would you offend us like that by saying we'd ever want to drive a Tesla truck? It's like, fuck you, dude. Now we are going to war.
There's like
Motherfucker.
literally 0 Tesla trucks in Chechnya.
Yeah. That's like, they don't even know that shit's real. It's like, we've got golf carts, but
Meanwhile, it's a bunch of the fucking libs, blue hairs that are like working at the Guardian that are driving Teslas.
Yeah,
and they're
dude.
just mad about it. They're like, he tricked us into buying Teslas, and now we got to write articles about how Teslas are bad.
Andrew Lawrence is who wrote this motherfucker. Maybe they got his picture at the bottom.
Oh, Andrew Lawrence.
Yeah.
We should call him out specifically.
Oh, I know. We'll tweet him. Or, is that what it's called? Like, great article you wrote, Andrew Lawrence, at Andrew Lawrence.
Stupid. Oh.
His Twitter is by Drew. I can't get
He
it.
goes by Drew. He sounds like a cool guy.
Yeah. Get it by Drew?
And he doesn't like Cybertrucks?
Yeah, apparently.
I'm
He probably bought one and doesn't like
I'm
it.
confused though, like where you stand on Cybertrucks.
Dude, I'm just more pointing out how ridiculous it is that they're like just hating on Teslas and shit so much. It's just dumb.
Yeah, but I'm also like
Oh, what do I think about them?
recoiling about the fact that preppers would buy Tesla trucks. Like that seems weird to me.
I think what they're
It
trying
seems like a leap in logic.
I think they're trying to like throw people under the bus or whatever, make people look bad or something.
And then I'm also like, wait, but first of all, why are preppers bad? Second of all, why do you think preppers buy Cybertrucks?
Yeah.
Third of all, what the fuck is up with the chechnyian warlord shit?
Yeah.
Which they don't seem to buy Cybertrucks. There seems to maybe this Andrew Lawrence guy is kind of a bullshitter.
I think he's full of shit. I don't like it. That's why I want to talk about it on the show.
Andrew Lawrence, that's where we're going. There's a long arc to get to fuck Andrew Lawrence. But maybe that's the name of the episode is fuck Andrew Lawrence.
I feel really good that I got it off my chest, though.
Is it Andrew Lawrence? Did I say it right?
Yeah.
It's 288
By
bottles.
Drew. Yeah, 288 bottles.
Andrew Lawrence.
Yeah.
280.
8.
8.
Eight.
Thousand.
Conviction.
Yes.
Well, I guess the whiskey and Weskers?
Yeah.
Westerners?
This bottle,
Nah, never mind. We'll keep going.
The drunkenness just went to 4.0.
Whiskey and Whiskers website is up.
Still? It's up?
I don't know. I haven't.
I'm going to look. Keep going.
whiskeyandwhiskerspodcast.com. There's a link to our Patreon if you go to whiskeyandwhiskerspodcast.com. You should jump in there and donate like fucking some money to us. Because eventually we're going to have to pay for the fucking LLC again. We're going to have to pay to keep our... What else do we pay for? I don't remember. Oh, we pay for the host. Oh, yeah, and the whiskey, too.
If y'all want to pay for the whiskey, we most appreciate that.
If you want to pay for the whiskey, you better sign up for the fifth... wait, what? How many weeks are there? Let's do some math.
I don't know. There's like 56 or 52.
Say like $40 a bottle. 4 weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I don't know.
Impossible to do that
There's a
kind of
lot
math.
We spent some money on some whiskey, bro.
So that's $200 a month. You better sign up for the $200 a month.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, if you want to sponsor the whiskeys.
Yeah.
Hey, and if you do that, we'll call you out on every episode.
Yeah.
But we also got to pay for LLCs and some other fucking stupid bullshit.
Yeah, we're getting sued. And that shit
We're
sucks.
getting sued. I don't know if you guys noticed the last episode didn't air.
I
Why?
know. What happened to it?
Probably, they canceled us.
Oh, damn.
Oh, are you
Is that
serious?
gonna air?
Have you looked at it?
They canceled us. They did. Chechnyans.
Dude, they probably did it straight out of their Cybertruck.
You know
On
the Cybertruck
Cyberlink,
has
dude.
cancel capabilities.
What do they call it? Moonlink? Elon Net?
Yeah, the Elon Moonlink. What does the Moonlink do for you?
No, it's just the internet thing he has, all the satellites. Starlink, that's
Starlink.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. They probably downloaded off Starlink and then fucking
Canceled us.
cancel us, yeah.
Fucking Chechnyans.
Yeah.
All right, new episodes every Monday, new content all the time. See you next week.